Well, well, well. Welcome back to another episode of the Topcast featuring Juicy.
Hello.
Um, Niggas and the internet. It's amazing. Anyway, something very interesting happened to me twice in the last 2 weeks. And that is I've been accused and or called an incel, quote unquote incel.
Mm.
And what that is in internet speak in red pill language is a person, a guy who's involuntarily celibate, meaning he can't get no women, i.e.,
Wow.
he can't get no sex. Now, I thought this was very interesting because what it demonstrated to me is exactly what some other guys, myself included, say about the way guys throw terms around in an accusatory
Mm-hmm.
manner towards other guys.
Mm-hmm.
And it happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
And because I've had this direct personal experience, I now understand even better what guys mean when they say that some guys on the internet misuse specific terms like incel.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, I'm not being called an incel because that's actually what I am. I'm being called an incel in a shaming type manner
Yes.
by
Yes.
other guys.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that's very feminine.
Yes, it is.
But I could be wrong about that because, I'm always willing to concede that I'm
Mm-mm.
wrong because I'm not right about everything all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, besides all that shit, I just thought that it was interesting that guys would call me that when they can very easily listen to my YouTube videos and
Right.
understand that I have at least some knowledge about women,
Mm-hmm.
possibly more than them, maybe
Mm-hmm.
less than others. And obviously, I know how to communicate with women because I have at least two different examples.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And if more is needed, it's not a problem. But that's really not what we're here to talk about today. What we're here to talk about today is the wonderful secret world of women that niggas have no clue about.
Mm-hmm.
They think that when their girlfriends or their wives, you know, do girls' nights out, go on girls' trips, that they're just out there looking for men.
Mm-hmm. No.
Sometimes these guys are not aware of the fact that their girlfriend likes other girls
Yeah.
and she's at the sleepover
Mm-hmm.
or the girls' night out or the girls' trip because she likes girls, but you don't know that about her.
Mm-hmm.
So, what I wanted to ask from you is as a woman, because you're the expert here on women right now, as a woman, could you speak to what actually are some of the things going on with women when they are interacting in like a sleepover or girls'
Mm-hmm.
night out situation or girls' trip situation? What are women doing and saying in those situations?
They are being more of themselves,
In what way?
which means whenever there isn't a man around, see, women tend to shape up when men are around. They are not fully themselves.
Hmm.
And it just happens naturally. Not saying that it's necessarily a bad thing,
Hmm.
but it depends on how different that woman really is. in front of a man versus in a group of women. So here's some examples. I actually tend to avoid any situations where there's only women.
Why is that?
The reason being is that women want information, and they use friendship sometimes as to cover the fact that no, they just want information about what you doing, what's your man doing. So you could have a sleepover. With women, the topic is always sex is always gonna come up. Guaranteed.
That's interesting. Because you hear women say that guys are so preoccupied with sex. Yet you're telling me that when women get together in women-only situations, invariably the topic of sex comes up.
Let's give an example. So if men were so preoccupied with sex, why the hell are there toy parties for women? You understand? Like
vibrator parties.
Yeah. I went to a couple.
Oh, interesting.
Well, it was one of my friends.
So let me ask you, when y'all be having like these little sex toy parties, y'all be playing with each other?
Nah.
Y'all be like dildo fighting and shit.
You know what? It really depends on who's throwing
jousting.
It depends on who's throwing it.
Oh, okay.
Because it could be arranged. Women get together. Women are sexual. So, you get a group of women, guarantee you that there's going to be some comment made about another woman's breast or ass. Okay? I mean, it just happens. And then, depending on the type of woman, there's some touching going on. Like, oh, girl, what size are those? Double F's? Let me feel on them. Those real? There's a thin line. There is a very thin line between, she's just comfortable with being around women, then, she's curious about being with a woman.
And all this is happening when men aren't present.
Exactly.
Oh, this is very interesting.
Oh, yeah. What?
Because I don't think a lot of guys actually ever get to, this level of information about women. A lot of guys, from what I could see, it's called red pill raising is the term that people use on the internet. I just say that motherfuckers are mad at women because they have been completely ignorant for the most part about how women actually are. You understand what I'm saying?
Women. So I tend to be very cautious about those meetings and gatherings because a woman could simply ask another woman, so what you and your man do? How you and your man doing? And any stories or information that is shared can easily get out. Women will store information in the back of their minds and use it when it's convenient for them. So don't let it come out that a woman liked the same guy. They will use that information against each other. So
is that something that's discussed in these women only settings? Do women, are they discussing who's sleeping with who?
Yes.
Whose man is doing this?
They'll be like, even if a woman tells a story and doesn't mention the name, trust and believe it's another woman. Girl, who? You got to tell me. No, you got to tell me who that is. Who you talking about? Because I know a dude, and I think you talking about so and so. Is that it? Just go ahead and blink once for yes. I mean, they'll do it in such a way that that woman is kind of pressured to give that information. And if she does, and if she's like me, and I'll be like, I'm not here to talk about that. Now she's labeled as a bitch. Oh no, you're not cool.
Wait a minute, hold up. I gotta stop you. So women don't only just call other women bitches; they actually label them as bitches based on their behavior.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But there's a problem when I call bitches bitches. The bitches need to quit it. Listen, quit it, bitch.
Bitches call each other all types of names: bitches, cunts, cunt rags,
Hood
pussy,
boogers.
what?
Hoes.
Yeah, all that stuff. You know, we call each other, you know, and we can use it either in a good way or a bad way. You know, to your point, with guys shaming, women do that shit all the time. What we see commonly now? Oh, she's a pick me bitch.
And that's why you hear me say that in regards to guys' behavior, a lot of guys act just like women. They complain like women do. They passive aggressive like women, etc., so on and so forth. And it's a lot of it is due to them being raised by women and them picking up
their
women's behaviors by osmosis. And a lot of guys, I don't even think that they are truly aware that they may be being passive aggressive. You understand what I'm saying? You really have to be conscious of yourself and what you are doing in order to identify any particular behavior that you're exhibiting.
Absolutely. I mean, when you go to these parties, and trust and believe, they'll invite a woman in. Right? Hey girl, how you doing? You good? And then as soon as she leaves, oh, I can't stand that bitch. That bitch will fuck your man. You know, I mean, like, it's really more cutthroat. Because I don't think men really understand that woman that you're dealing with or you're seeing, she's not like that with other women when there's no men around. She is more of her true self when there's no men around. Because there's no one watching, there's no one to impress, there's no one whose presence commands that type of authority, that masculinity, that would cause a woman to
act right.
Right. Right.
Very, very interesting. Very interesting. There's a lot of things about women that I don't know. There's a lot of things about women I probably never will know. And it's always because, like I say, women kind of operate like the mafia. You know, they get together, they have their little meetings. What's said in the meeting is said amongst each other. And they will, you know, like you said, be cutthroat towards each other. That's not unlike how the mafia operates. And then women keep lots of secrets from men that men never know.
Yes.
You know, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of guys who are going to listen to this on the playback and be like, wow, I only ever thought that when my girl go on a girls trip, it's, you know, to be with a guy. When in fact, she could be going to lay up with her girlfriend from college. You know?
Yeah, sometimes that happens too. I mean,
she might be cheating on you with a bitch.
I kind of feel like because of how open women are, you know, even from the time we're little girls, we feel more comfortable with other girls.
They're more open with when you're around other women.
Right.
Because they understand more.
Right. So, and we become sexual, you know, young as well. So being that we take it from another level, I mean, here's an example. Even female family members will do stuff, touch a titty. You know, girl, you need to put on a bra. You know, so that kind of translates to non-relative females, that closeness. And a lot of women don't want to admit, they call it, what is it? Bi-curious. You know, some women do want to experience being with another woman. A woman could go to a meeting, a pajama party, whatever they want to call it, and can end up at least kissing another female easily.
Yeah, I've tried to impress this upon guys before when it comes to women and their sexuality. But I don't think a lot of guys really, really get how deep it goes. But before we get out of here, any closing thoughts? Because they're not paying us, and until they do, they don't deserve to get more than what we're giving them. Deserve.
Yeah, just know that there's a whole nother side. You'll see little glimpse of it with women, but it goes
It's
way
deeper
than
what
you
you're saying.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Because they'll never show you that side.
Gotcha. Very, very good. Very good. Well, thanks again for joining me, Juicy. I really appreciate it. I hope guys learn something from this short dialogue. And I hope to have you back again soon on the Topcast.
Oh, yeah.
And for all you folks listening, go follow me on both of my Instagram pages, The Incredible T.O.P. and the Topcast Instagram page. Also, catch the episodes of the Topcast on Anchor or your favorite podcast outlet. If you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Bring a Friend. More material to come. Thanks again for joining us for another episode of the Topcast. Peace.